want to say they canonized him by naming some division of stormtroopers or something.
Oh,
and then the modern thing after Darth Revan. But the thing that's fucking stupid is that about this, and I'm not saying it's not. I mean, I think this is not true. But one thing that sounds suspect besides all the Bob Chapek shit is that like if George was gonna, it seems weird that they would have George work on the Old Republic because George never ever worked on the Old. That was not his thing.
Yeah,
the Old Republic was written completely by guys from BioWare. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe George like heard about it or whatever, you know, but it wasn't. That wasn't like that's why they made it 4,000 years before the movie.
So that they had free reign to do whatever they want.
They didn't want to deal with like having to deal with any kind of connectivity. I'm not saying that George isn't like, yeah, that would be cool. Let's look at that. I mean, you know, but
you would assume that if George Lucas was going to be involved with Star Trek,
they would go forward Star Wars
or Star Wars. Sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I've actually had Star Trek on the brain because I've been watching a lot of it lately.
Oh yeah, TNG or the
no. I caved and got Paramount Plus, and
I got it too.
I watched.
Gave me your sign in.
Oh yeah, I watched all of Picard to this point. They're in the middle of season 2, so I don't know when the next episode drops. And I've been catching up on Discovery, so I already watched season 1.
My friend Zach likes it. Thinks it's good. What do you think?
Discovery?
Yeah, and Picard.
Season 1 of Discovery, I wasn't really huge into, but season 2 so far has been a lot better. It feels a lot more like Star Trek than the first season did.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll say the same for Picard. Like season 1 of Picard is awful. Like I was really sad at how bad that first season was. But so far, season 2 seems to be a little bit better. So there is that.
God.
Yeah.
And will I watch it now? Or I'll just skip to season 2.
I think you gotta watch season 1.
That sucks.
I mean, you don't actually.
I'll tell you.
Actually, season 2 is written in such a way where you can skip season 1 and get the general vibe of it.
Yeah.
Season 1's kind of weird, but I think you should watch it just because there are a few good TNG, callback moments. Yeah, you get some stuff. I tried watching Yellowstone because people were talking about that, and I was like, you know what, like it was one of those things where the only thing I've heard about Yellowstone was how no one's talking about Yellowstone, and like I guess except conservatives.
And I was gonna say every person I know with remotely conservative leanings fucking loves that show.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'll see what it's all about. I'll give it a shot. Like I'm not opposed. So I started watching one episode and. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't terribly interesting to me. But there's like a prequel, a Yellowstone prequel on Paramount Plus.
My mom watched that, and she says that's fabulous.
Okay,
but she likes Yellowstone a lot. Not that she's super conservative, but I mean, she definitely her husband more so than her. They lean more conservative than us, obviously. But my Zach also likes Yellowstone. He thinks it's awesome, and he's not conservative. So you know, I don't think it's a Venn.
Yeah, I don't think it's like only conservatives like this show.
Exactly, but I think it does appeal to conservatives because it's about, you know,
it's just about
rugged individualism, cowboys.
I guess just rural workers,
rural stuff.
Yeah,
like Aaron's sister's family, they love it, and they're conservative, and so I'm just kind of putting 2 and 2 together. But you know what I mean. I don't think it's a show that.
It's so weird. Like, what the fuck does any of that have to do with fucking, you know, cutting taxes for billionaires and fucking denying people? Like, you're living out on the range. You know, you're fucking a farmer. You're herding animals, or you know, you're working at a park. Like, when does any of that have to do with like what conservatism is in our modern time? Like, I just don't get it. It doesn't compute to me.
Well, it's about identity.
Yeah, it does. The identity doesn't mesh. I don't see how it crosses over.
Well, it's the thing is that it's a false narrative created where they tie certain things to, you know what I mean. They conflate certain things because they want. You know, it's this idea of bootstraps and rugged individualism and being self-reliant and you know all that kind of stuff.
They're all government workers.
You know what I mean? No, on the show Yellowstone, they work on this guy's farm.
I thought they were parks workers or something.
No,
well, there's a lot of that
How much
going
of
on
that show did
too.
you watch?
I watched an episode where like they were hunting down, like it was a bunch of rangers, park rangers, hunting down some dude that was trying, or a Native American fucking sniped this dude that was trying to rape a woman on the plains somewhere. It was pretty grisly, but I mean, it was one of those things where I'm like, I thought they hated cops. I thought they hated the feds. Like, what, they're rolling with the feds now? They hate the feds. But, you know, it was just one of those situations where it's like... And it was like a fucking Native American. They hate those guys, too. No, it was one of those situations where it was like, I don't quite understand
I think
the conflation between, you know...
It's just about like, I think it's as simple as just the idea that it's rural.
Rugged, rural individualism.
It's rugged. It's the idea that these are simple folks. There's several cowboys on there.
There's some trucks.
No nonsense. These simple folks.
There's some trucks.
They work the land and they work hard.
Yeah.
And they're not into any bullshit, identity bullshit. They're out there. They don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? They fucking sweat of their brow, man. You know, like most hardworking Americans. They don't got time for your liberal bullshit. No one's reading Dostoevsky up there. You know what I'm saying?
Dostoevsky.
You know,
is that what liberals read? Dostoevsky?
They're imagining, you know, as we like to get together and read.
Yeah, we read Tolstoy. Damn it,
the famed Russian authors.
Yeah, that's. Anyways, I didn't dislike the show. I didn't feel compelled.
I'm sure it's probably good.
I'm sure it's fine. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Maybe I'll watch the prequel.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't think. I certainly don't think that like. You know, it's bad because of the people that like it.
No.
I think it's great that those guys have a show they like.
Well,
you know
yeah,
I mean?
that I do too. Which is why I wanted to watch it. But there's definitely like some kind of a narrative that's being written in the media about how basically the media is ignoring it. And I guess maybe I can see that.
I can see that.
I can see that.
I totally see it.
Yeah. So, you know, I'll give conservatives that. The liberal media is ignoring your show.
It's I mean, I don't think the show it's certainly not, I'm not going to say it's not diverse, but it's certainly not the most diverse show on TV. And I think that like a lot of the things that when the media is looking at stuff, that they're looking for diversity of cast and plots, and I don't just mean like on a racial line, but I mean like across all the various, you know what I'm saying? These are the show mainly about cowboys being rugged, doing stuff, and I think they see that as too done. You know what I mean?
Too done. Okay.
It's like we're past, you know, we're past all that. I mean, I'm imagining the press. Just I've got some friends who are publicists, and I know what they've been told. You know what I mean? By people at the various magazines and stuff about what's going on in magazines and the stories they're looking for. You know what I mean? And I can see why a show like
what are they being told?
I can't.
No names are being spilled here, so just go ahead and say what they're being.
Someone I know is a publicist for entertainment acts, different entertainment acts, but whether actors or musicians or comedians, or I'm not going to say, but several big ones, and a major. There was a big project coming out, and a major magazine. It was approached, and it was the kind of thing that would happen a lot when a project like this was come out with a person this big, and they basically said, "Hey, listen, this is a straight white male, and we're just not doing that right now."
Oh shit! I feel like I need. Hold on a second. I need dramatic confirmation music.
And the thing is I happen to know that's a true story. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not. Like bullshit.
All right, now say that again. What did they say? What did they say about that artist?
He's a straight white male, and we just aren't doing that right now.
Oh shit! Confirmed, geeks and gamers. Confirmed. Here, I'll give you your image too. There you go. Joker mode on. It's all about fucking finding those straight white males and just like hammering them down. Just hammering them down. Confirmed. Wow. Well, that makes sense though.
You're like, yeah, you know. I'm not gonna say it's not a thing.
So okay, yeah, I guess so. If that's the impetus for not covering
I think I'm not saying it's. I think the Yellowstone does get covered because it's very big. I think that is working against it on some level.
Yeah.
Again, this particular entertainer got lots of press.
Yeah.
For this project.
Okay, so it wasn't like he was lacking.
It wasn't a blackout on this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
he wasn't,
this particular instance, and it came down. But it's like in any kind of campaign, you're going to get takers and not takers.
Yeah.
But that was a concern. You know what I mean? I mean, this isn't. I mean, newsflash. This isn't like, you know. I mean, my brother makes commercials.
Yeah.
You know, he works in casting in commercials. You know, I mean, there's a major push in the last, like, since Me Too.
Oh, yeah,
last,
there's a checklist of, like,
it's a thing that's happening. You know, it doesn't mean that your straight white males aren't still out there doing their stuff.
Yeah, it's just,
but there is
they represent 85% rather than 90%.
There is a major undertaking to try and diversify stuff, and I think that people in certain entertainment media, you know, are there. It's a moment, and they're looking for things to shine their light on, and something that maybe is a little, you know, classic machismo, white dudes on the plane, you know, they're just not, you know, I know it's not all white dudes, but I'm saying, you know, there's way more diverse shows out there that they can focus on, you know what I mean? So, you know, I think that's probably, if Yellowstone isn't getting talked about to the degree that people think it should based on how damn popular it is, and it is very popular.
Very popular. Yeah, that's the thing. People are watching the show.
Probably part of it.
Well, you heard it here first. Straight white males just can't get a break.
Can't get a break, man.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you just saw, hit the like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it if you did both. They would be very good for the channel and help me build the community here. If you have any kind of comments or opinions or anything like that, by all means drop them in the comment section below. I like engaging with y'all, want to do more of that, so thank you again and see you next time.